guys, welcome to my channel. If you're just tuning in, welcome, and my name is Kende. This is Open Up with Kenny. Here on this channel we talk about faith, fashion, lifestyle, travel experience, and life in Estonia, like general experience living in Estonia. So today's episode we're going to be talking about benefits of having a child in Estonia, like child benefits in Estonia. You might want to get your pen, paper, and jot some things down. Okay, so the number one question is, how many child benefits do we have? Guys, there are like 10 child allowance that you can have access to depending on the conditions. So we have conscript allowance, we have adoption allowance, we have multiple children allowance, we have single parent allowance. We have so many allowances, guys. Like, there's so many benefits that are attached for different reasons. But today we'll be talking about the ones that are related to child, mother, parents, just normal situation. We are not going adoption. Probably we'll talk about that later, but today we're not going like this. So the major ones I'll be talking about today is the childbirth allowance. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the maternity benefits. We're going to be talking about parental benefits. We're going to be talking about the child care allowance, and we're going to be talking about the child allowance. Guys, child care allowance is different from child allowance. Don't mix it up. The childbirth allowance is the allowance you get as soon as your pregnancy clocks 22nd week. So as you're entering your 22nd week in your pregnancy, you're automatically eligible for these benefits, and it will be paid when you give birth, like when you born the baby. But even if you have stillbirth, God forbid, you're still gonna be eligible for these benefits. Or God forbid, again, if your child dies, or you're still eligible for these benefits, and it is 320 euros. It's a one-off payment. It's not something that will continue, just a one-off payment. And also I will talk about maternity benefits. I'm not really going to go deep into that because I don't have full information, but I know that maternity benefits is the benefit that your place of employment gives you when you're going for maternity leave after you've given birth. And then we'll talk about the parental benefits. This benefits is calculated based on the tax income, your monthly tax income that you paid, your bonuses. There's a way the government calculates it. They divide it by the number of times you've worked here in Estonia or in any European country, and then you'll be given that at the end. So a day after your maternity leave ends, that's when you start getting your parental benefits. So your maternity leave have to end if you're working before your parental benefits starts. Another question you might want to ask is, what if the mother did not work? So if the mother did not work, the mother will still be entitled to these benefits, and it will be from the day of birth. So let's say you give birth to the child November, you start earning your benefits from November till the child clocks 18 months. Instead of them calculating based on your income, because you've not worked or you don't have anything taxable, you've not paid any tax, you will be given the normal minimum wage for the country, which is 624 or 25 euros every month. So that's going to be paid monthly for the next 18 months for the child. The policy was brought in 1st of July 2020, so it's already being practiced. There is also child care allowance. So child care allowance is the money you get as soon as your parental benefits stop. So, and I think that has been stopped now since 2019. So you're not eligible. People that are eligible are people that have been receiving it before they changed the policy or before they stopped it. So that's for the child care allowance. And the next one is the child allowance. That's the one that has been around for a long time, and it's constant, and it's still, in fact, I heard that they've actually reviewed the payments. But yes, there's child allowance. Another question is, who gets a child benefit? So anyone that has worked in Estonia, that has paid tax, and of course has a child, automatically is entitled to a child benefit. And there's a way, if you check self-service portal on the page, and you will see where once you are eligible, it just shows on your self-service portal that you are actually eligible for these benefits. So anyone who has paid tax, has a valid residence here in Estonia, automatically is entitled to the benefits. Another question is, how many benefits can a child get? Okay, so it depends on stages. Like, the one benefit has to stop for the other to continue. Some are paid simultaneously and some are not really for the child. So for the child benefit of this one, I think that is stable and constant, which is the child allowance, and is 60 euros. So let's say you have 3 children. The first and second born will be earning 60 euro every month, while the third born will be earning 100 euros every month. Please don't ask me why, because I don't know too. And please don't be tricked to go and have more than 2 children, Otori. You will see when the benefits is not really it's not for the government to take care of your child. It's just to assist you in little or small way. Do you understand? So if you also have like 4 kids, the first second will be earning 60 euros each, and the third and fourth child will be earning 100 euro each. Please don't ask me why, because I don't know why. Maybe it's a trick for you to have more children, but don't be tricked. Story. There are so many other things that you have to take care of for the child that the government is not going to take care for you. So wise up. So another question is, if you come in as a student, does your child benefit from this? Of course, yes. So far you are legal here, you have a resident permit. Of course, your child will have a resident permit as well. Once you come in as a student and you bring in your family, definitely you're not going to just bring in the child, you're going to bring in the mother as well, or the father, or somehow. So one person will either be schooling and the other person is working. So whoever is working is paying tax. And then you would have registered this child into school, and then you're doing the necessary things. So automatically the child has the personal identity code, which they would definitely use to do the whole thing, and is entitled to this allowance, which is 60 euros per child for the first child. So if you're coming in with 3 children, the first and second child will be earning 60 euros each, while the third child will be earning 100 euros. Guys, don't be tricked. I'm telling you. But yeah, the good thing is that yes, they have this benefit, and it's a good thing for you to be aware, so that you can, in fact, there's no need, you definitely know that your child is entitled to this allowance, so no worries. I'd like to add this: if you're bringing in your child from Nigeria or any other country that does not have database, try to prepare some of the documents, because you'll be asked to bring some additional document that you need to notarize in the nearest Nigerian embassy around here. So just try and bring in all the documents, the birth certificate, any document related to your child, because they're going to actually ask for all these documents, and then you will need to supply them. Aside that, you also need to notarize them before you submit them. Okay, so another question is, what are the criteria for these benefits? How do they measure these benefits? Number one thing is that you have to pay tax. If you don't pay tax, you are not going to be eligible. It's not going to happen. They might assist you, but it's not going to be compared to someone who is working. So you definitely need to be working here. So like I said, if you're bringing in your spouse or your children, definitely one of you has to be working to be able to, pay tax and do the lawful things, so that you can be entitled to this benefit. For example, myself, I'm not working, but my husband is, so he is paying the tax on our behalf. So you just have to have someone who is doing the right thing and who is paying tax and is eligible to actually live in this country. Guys, you have to pay tax. It's very important. So one person has to pay tax. The criteria for giving these benefits is pay tax and have a child, then it's yours. Okay, another question is, how long does the benefit last? Guys, it varies. So what I notice is that is at the end of one starts. So for the childbirth allowance, you get it when you give birth, and then for the maternity benefits, you get it also when you give birth. For the parental benefits, you get it after. You start getting it after your maternity leave ends. So for the child allowance, that's after your parental benefits ends. So it's like that. Do you understand? So it's at the end of one. But for the child allowance, which is the last one, hence when your child clocks 18 years. So another question is, are fathers entitled to paternity leave as well? Absolutely, yes. So fathers have also actually been included in the paternity leave, and the law took effect, I think, 1st of April. Fathers are now entitled to 30 days paternity leave and 30 days paternity benefit. So the 30 days paternity leave can also be split. It mustn't be stretched. So you can have like 2 weeks, 14 days the first month, and just split the 30 days around. It doesn't really matter, but yes, you're entitled to 30 days paternity leave. Additional benefit that comes with the paternity benefits lasts till the child is 3 years old. But guys, you can read for more on the link that I'm going to be dropping on my bio. So okay, so another question you might want to ask is, how is the healthcare sector like? So I'm happy to tell you, based on confirmation left, right, and center, that the healthcare system here is absolutely wonderful for pregnant women. So immediately you go to the hospital and you test positive for pregnancy. I don't know why that sounds funny. Anyway, you'll be assigned a midwife that walk you through the journey of pregnancy. They just generally analyze what you eat, what you drink. I've had people say, oh, when they got pregnant, they were constantly having nausea, they were vomiting, they were doing oishi, like it wasn't really like a smooth journey for them. But guess what? If you give birth here, you have a midwife that checks you, that you can talk to any time of the day. Like if you need to talk to anybody, you can talk to her. They are there 24/7. Imagine having a midwife. Woo! It's so fantastic, and it's something that I definitely want to experience soon. And another great part is that where you have your antenatal is not the same place you give birth. So like it's just like a different section. Like another thing that they do is that there's this test that they do once the pregnancy clock 12 weeks. So like a 12-week screening where they check whether your child is okay, whether child's hemoglobin is really high or is okay or is low, because Nigerians as Africans, we are prone to pneumonia. So because of this ASS palaver, say na black man disease, abi? Yes, why is not they get them? Why is not they get AS? They think of genotype. Nothing concern them with genotype. So it's a black man disease. So they just really walk through the journey, see if the child has pneumonia, try to manage it to reduce the risk of. They check whether the child is on a high risk. They check the risk level. They see if it's something that they have to put you on diet. They check if you have diabetes, if you have to adjust. It's so much like that goes on, like just to make sure that you deliver the baby safe and sound and there's no complications whatsoever. So it's a beautiful thing to walk through someone who is not hostile. You know how Nigerian nurses are. If you don't have money and you give birth in Nigeria, they will show you shaggy. As in, imagine that you're pregnant and somebody, you're having like a one-on-one conversation. It's not like a private hospital. General way they treat everybody, especially when you're pregnant, because they know that it's a delicate state, especially when you have not been there before. Everything is happening, everything in your body is happening in a strange way. You're trying to understand yourself. Sometimes you'll be crying, sometimes you wish like that. You get, so they have, it's not like a general meeting. You go for antenatal, you see plenty people. Not your heart. I don't know, it is well. You're not paying for any insurance because your insurance covers it. You're working and they cover it. And even if you're not working but your spouse is working, so you're not paying for all these things, no extra money is coming out from your pocket to take care of your pregnancy, because there is a structure. I just recently discovered that the Estonian Unemployment Insurance Fund can actually take care of my insurance till I get a job. So all this also, once I get a job, or if I go to the hospital right now and I use the insurance, once I start working, there's a way they will deduct it when they want to give me my parental benefits. But the good thing is that they can actually take care of me even if I get pregnant, because they are giving me insurance because my husband is working. Do you get? So giving birth in Nigeria and giving birth in Estonia, I don't know who will ask that question. Of course, okay, well, let me just, there are tweaks to this thing. If you're the type that is really concerned about food and all of those, you can stay in Nigeria because your cravings, they'll be able to satisfy it and everything. Or if you are very rich, you can stay in Nigeria and give birth in Nigeria. But who will want to give birth in Nigeria? Who? I don't know, but me, I chose here. Please. Although the cravings and all of that, go African store now. We go African store, go buy them. Kilo jele. Kata we'll eat another thing. Me, I'm very good at substituting. I'll substitute for the cravings. Okay, so yeah, that's not hope for debate, I beg. I'll definitely give birth in Nigeria. Yeah? God forbid. I'll definitely give birth here. because I mean, I want to be pampered when I'm pregnant. I want somebody to be responsible for me, because I don't know how the reaction is going to come with. So definitely I want to be pampered like a baby girl. So last but not the least, what are the things to consider before giving birth here in Estonia? Okay, so apart from Estonia, generally I think that pregnancy is a long journey that only you is going to walk. Yeah, I forget that people are really going to assist you, but you are going to be the one that will work in it. So I believe that if you want to start having babies or children, you should be prepared financially. Forget the benefits or whatever that the country is going to be giving you. Forget it. You have to be ready financially, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. Now, this is not just me talking, because I never give birth. Me, no, be curry, but people that have given birth, they actually advise that this thing is something that you have to be prepared for. I've seen people, talk about their experience. It's not all rosy, it's not beans and bread, it's not easy. So you have to be prepared that, okay, we are going through this journey, and physically you are okay, you're already thinking of how you'll be dragging the baby inside snow. When I see people dragging their baby inside snow, I said, me, that I cannot even remove my hand when I'm outside inside the snow. I'll not carry a whole baby and be pushing. So you have to just be ready physically, because I spoke to one of my very older friend, and she told me that, Kenny, your sleep, thank God I'm not a sleepy person though, but your sleep, you're not going to have it, like your whole body is going to change. So you have to be prepared, especially for the woman. You are the one that's going to carry the pregnancy. You have to be prepared physically, emotionally, psychologically, physically, financially. Like, you see me repeating so many things at the time, because it takes a lot, at least from people that have experienced it. No matter how smooth the journey is, some people's body is very adaptive and all of that, but you don't know where the picking will come with. Do you understand? And some children, they are like high maintenance. They used to reject food. They will not want certain food. They will not want certain diapers. Some diapers will be itching them. Like, the government is not going to be paying for you this diaper. Make you not go shock you. So I hope I've been able to explain the benefits of having a child in Estonia. If you have more questions, please drop it by the comment section. And if you also want to read more by yourself, you can just click on the link on my bio and read about it, because it is loaded, it's full. And as the rules, as the laws or policy are changing, they are putting it in the website, so you can go and read also. If you managed to stay to this particular end, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your loved ones. You never can tell how this might really help. I'll see you in my next video. For now, I'll just show your girl some love. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.